So once you've started to look for opportunities to buy from the public sector, you'll find that there are different types of notices published within the procurement portals. It can be quite confusing at first, but you'll quite quickly get to know the different types of notices and the information you can glean from them. Within this article, we're going to outline 4 different types of notice and the information that you'll find within the notice. So the first of these is a prior information notice, or PIN. It can be used by public sector organisations to advertise that they'll soon be looking to buy the goods, services or works outlined. It can be published up to 12 months in advance and will contain some basic information regarding the goods, services or works to be purchased. So these are details of the buyer, what they want to purchase, what the contract value is likely to be, the type of contract and the scheduled date for the award procedure. PINs can be a useful tool as well. You can research and start to prepare your bid once you know that there's going to be the opportunity, but you have to be careful because it can sometimes be used to reduce the timescales of the tender when it's published. They're usually followed by a contract notice, but under certain circumstances they can be used to reduce the amount of time that a contract notice is published for. But if it's been used in that way, it must be clear within the PIN that that's what's going to happen. So we would recommend that you register your interest in any PINs that you're likely to be interested in the contract for, and that means that you can access any additional documentation, that you'll be invited to any relevant events, and that you will receive updates in connection with the opportunity. So the second type of notice is a contract notice. So that's an advert notifying potential suppliers about a contract opportunity, and it will contain the following information: the name and contact details of the buying organisation, who will be entitled to use the contract, particularly if it's been published for a group of public sector bodies, the type of contract on offer, so whether it's supplies, works or services, the main commodity being purchased, any other items required which aren't covered within the main object category, the tendering procedure that will have to be followed, the criteria that suppliers will have to meet, and whether there's an alternative way of meeting the requirements of the contract notice, the total quantity or scope of the contract, so is it a one-time contract or will it be re-advertised, the economic, financial and technical capability that will be expected of successful bidders. This should be enough information to help you decide whether to bid for the opportunity or not. So the third type of notice is a contract award notice. So as it says, it's a notice that's telling you that a contract has been awarded. All Scottish public bodies must publish their contract award notices on Public Contract Scotland for contracts valued over £50,000 for goods and services. These will contain details of the buyer, if applicable, the joint procurement details, so like with the contract notice, the date the contract was awarded, the award criteria, the number of offers received, the name and address of successful suppliers, the scope of the contract, either by value or volume, and whether the contract was split into lots. Contract award notices are a good source of market information. The information you identify can be used to investigate current and likely future contract requirements. So the final notice that we're going to look at is a quick quote award. So similar to a contract award notice, quick quote award notices contain market intelligence which can inform how you bid in the future. If the value of the contract is less than £50,000, there's no requirement to publish a notice, but some bodies choose to do so. So these notices should contain details of the buyer, details of what the buyer purchased, value of the contract, the number of tenders received, and the name of successful suppliers or supplier. As you can see, there's a number of different notices used by public bodies to advertise opportunities or to notify of outcomes. Each of these notices contain market intelligence that can be invaluable when developing and updating a procurement strategy. If you're interested in exploring how you can grow your business by selling to the public sector, then please do get in touch. Thank you.